You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. Elf Centered is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons. To support the show and hear new episodes before anyone else, become a patron. Visit patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media for more information. And thank you for your support.
Impromptu sumo tournament at the fair. That was an absolute fiasco.
I would not have been so... It would not have shocked me as much if I didn't get that face full of salt first. Yeah. And then have you charge into me.
Well, that's part of it. I mean, you're not supposed to get it in your face. You just are in the wrong space at the wrong time.
Apparently. Well, welcome to
Elves. You did look good in your diaper.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me, too. A little bit even more than the salt in the face.
I bet you were cold.
Well, welcome to Elf Centered, everybody. My name is Gavin.
I'm Beatrice.
I'm Gary.
And it is the end of June, and we were just reminiscing about the wonderful fair that we had on June 16th. Carnival. Fair/Carnival.
Yeah.
I loved the Ferris wheel. I loved the little throw the darts at the balloons. Mm-hmm. I think that was great. And my all-time favorite, and I was so excited. I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to be let down, but my favorite carnival ride, the Gravitron. I was so happy that you had the Gravitron. That is, I think, one of the best carnival rides you could ever have. So, bravo to Beatrice.
My favorite element was, besides getting out of traction and 3 days later from the tournament, but was the fact that a new food item was unveiled. And speaking of the Gravitron, I think a lot of the Gravitron customers might have got showered with some of those. How do you come up with these new items? Like you take Scotcheroo and you marry it with a hot dog.
Unbelievable.
Well,
Scotcher dogs.
Scotcher dogs. Well, the sweet and salty.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not your run-of-the-mill hot dog. I don't think it would work if they were just, a ballpark frank that you could get. These are handmade with quality meat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So they're a hot dog, but they're also leaning into a gourmet sausage.
Right.
And then a little sweet and salty goes a long way. So I'm happy to see that they were so well received.
Right. And I'd like to, for any vegans out there, this meat was not actual, harvested meat from animals.
No.
It was made in the lab.
Yeah, right here.
Impossible.
Right here in
dogs.
in the North Pole.
There's the genetic cells and stuff are of a piggy, but not actual pigs. No pigs were harmed in the making of these.
Nobody knew. It was kind of a grand experiment. In my ploy to make us healthier here, I'm Mrs. Claus and I have been having a lot of meetings about how we can with the events that I'm planning, integrate more healthy choices, whether it be the food or the activities involved. So that was kind of a joint effort that the
Right. Then there's
Scotcher dog.
I know that Mrs. Claus was really excited when you guys were talking about the sled dog race, but the dogs actually in this scenario, the people will be pulling the sled and the dog will be driving.
Yeah.
Incredible. 30 miles. I
know. That is very exciting. When we proposed that at first, a lot of laughs, a lot of snide comments. But once we got with the animal trainers, Dirk, who is in charge of training the dogs
to run. Training them.
He's training them to actually drive the sled. So, and I know there's going to be some penguin interaction. I'm not quite sure how, but just how the penguins have adapted to doing human activities or elf activities.
There's some. I think there's talk of them judging some of the events because they're already set. They're already dressed in formal attire.
Yeah, they're wearing their tuxedos.
Yeah.
And you'll be happy to know that Flurry, the alpaca that escaped from the carnival, has been found.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That was the only hitch that happened was when Flurry got loose. And actually, Gary, it was one of your penguins that let her loose. I guess they were attracted to each other. I don't know about this. I guess interspecies attraction is all the rage these days. And, I don't know which one of your penguins let her loose, but they went off for a rendezvous and weren't seen for quite a while.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there ain't other things that have been mixed, like the Scotch dogs. There might be some llama wings or panga llama.
Alpaca. Alpaca wing.
Alpaca wings.
Yeah, you can still hear you could hear Flory just. I mean, I don't know if alpacas cry, but boy, when they caught her and brought her back into the fold, bless her little heart, she was pining away for your penguin. So I think your penguin may have a new pen pal.
Yeah, Federico.
It was Federico?
Yeah, because then when I was searching his room at my house, I saw that he had all kinds of hidden counters. He had a pin-up counters of alpacas. And some all kind of alpaca dolls.
Wow.
Well, it's interesting that the only hitch was the undoing of a hitch.
Yes, very good.
I waited a long time to say that.
You did.
I was over here just like, let me say that because I'm an idiot. Well, I wanted to, just circling back really quick to they're not dog sled races, but the human races. Like, yes. I'm going to train because I need to lose a few, and I think that what a better way to do that than running and pulling and.
Great. The sign-up sheet will go up at the end of the week, and while I am pro-health, there will be some. Dr. Green will be sort of checking over the applicants to make sure that
gripey Green.
I know, gripey Green, but to make sure that everybody who is volunteering can handle it and isn't going to be at risk for anything. So you may get a visit from Dr. Green.
Now wait a second. Now, you said like I was understanding that Gavin was like saying that the power was going to be human power.
It is going to be human power.
Well, I thought it was. I was under the impression that it was elf power.
Oh, elf power. Sorry.
Elf power. Yeah.
Elf power. No, elf power. You're right.
Oh, sure.
You identify as human.
Well, you mix with them a lot.
Yeah, I mix with them a lot. The times that I had to go to the conferences, the time I went to London for my big acting
debut
audition.
Flop. I meant elf.
Okay, well,
elf.
I think that should be made painfully clear.
Thank you.
Soon, because I know quite a few people that have set out feelers down in the western
No. There
southern
will be
hemisphere.
no southern influence. No. This is strictly a North Pole event.
That's well documented because there might be a bunch of humans coming up here in their dog suits ready to run.
Well, we'll make sure that is very clear on the sign-up form.
All right,
and also tell Border Patrol.
Okay.
Good. Well, and I know that that this is not coming up for a couple more months, but I've also heard inklings of what we talked about before, that we may have our first theatrical production coming up here.
Yes, very excited.
So it looks. I know you'll release details when you are, but I heard that the ball is kind of rolling in that direction.
Oh, the ball has rolled. The ball has rolled away, and there are a lot of people playing with that ball right now.
Is the ball going to be rolling into a musical or a musical drama or?
Well, you'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, I hope it's Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I have always wanted to be in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
7 Brides for 7 Brothers for me.
Oh, really? That's the one you like?
No, it's the only one I think I could get into.
I see. Because there's so many.
Yeah,
so many parts.
Yeah, there's 7 brides and 7 brothers.
Yeah, that's 14 right there.
I get a 1 in 14 chance.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's even more that I haven't seen that musical, but I'm sure there's even more characters than just the 14.
I think there's probably another 25 people in that.
Well, I'm excited.
Well, what is your picks for the?
Well, I'm a little partial to Hamilton, but I don't know if we can get the rights. So.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I don't know. Lin-Manuel Miranda seems like
He does seem elfish to me.
He has like a little bit of an elfish spirit, and he does, like, I don't know if you've seen on social media and stuff, but he seems like he replies to people, and he seems very happy, and he's very into things that people are doing. So
yeah. And
I wouldn't put it out. I don't know what part I would play because I haven't seen Hamilton.
Well, who has? I mean, who can
afford
it? Who can get the lottery tickets to go see it?
Right.
So I don't know. There are a lot of suggestions in our little pot. So don't you worry.
It's either that or The Death of a Salesman, the musical.
Death of a Salesman, the musical. Falling asleep at the wheel. Falling asleep at the wheel.
Falling asleep, oh, falling asleep, oh,
falling asleep at the wheel. Hey, Biff, don't. Isn't that their names? Biff.
Yeah, Biff.
Throw the football around the front yard.
Hey, look, Dad, I'm losing weight. That's his brother. Hey, look at that, honey. I bet I could go get her. Oop, here comes a slap.
Falling asleep at the wheel.
Falling asleep at the wheel. Went into the jungle and I came out a rich man.
And that's why they call me Death of a Salesman. Cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha.
Wow.
That's just the opening number.
That was epic. I'm very impressed.
We thought maybe you'd take us up on writing that for...
Well,
We've
there's
been
a
working
committee.
on that.
There's a committee.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I am head of the committee, and I can certainly make suggestions, but this is a democratic process.
Here's the book.
Okay.
I've just Dropboxed you a link to the soundtrack.
Wow.
We wrote it. That's the opening number you just heard. But there's...
Yeah, no, there's another one. It's about, oh, Mr. Loman, give me those pantyhose. I'm not your typical desert rose.
That one's called Give Me the Willies. Mm-hmm. We have a whole... You'll see when you look through it. You see, and I know we're good friends, so no special treatment, but...
Okay.
Hey, if we're going to write the thing, you better put us in it.
All right. I'll take a look. I'll take a look. I can promise you that.
Thank you. That's all we can ask for, really.
Yeah.
I tell you, it has been a long week. There's a lot of icicle buildup. I don't know. We had a little bit of a cold snap, and there has been a lot of icicle buildup.
And the cold snap makes it more of a cold melt for you.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a snap, there's a melt.
I had a dangerous... we were getting set to fire up the old blowtorches to melt the icicles.
Yeah?
And I was hooking up the safety harness. Mm-hmm. One of those icicles broke free.
What?
Yeah, one of them broke free, and it tore the sleeve of my suit as it fell. But luckily, I was okay. Everybody was all right.
It's a dangerous job you're in.
It's horrifying.
It is.
You could
much needed job. I mean, what would we do without you? We would have to walk around with umbrellas made of steel.
Exactly, and those are heavy.
Oh wait, there's.
Oh boy, sirens.
I hope that's okay. Sirens. I hope. Well, anyway, we should. We're all looking forward to the elf race, the elf dog race.
Elf dog race.
So the sign-up list goes up at the end of the week.
Yes.
So you can find Beatrice
elves.
for this.
Those are elves, not humans.
Elves running.
Yes.
Yep.
In the community center is where the sign-up will be.
Excellent. Forecast for tomorrow, we have some snow. We are coming, things are warming up a little bit from the cold snap, so it'll only be negative 20 Celsius.
Okay.
Just make sure that you're
balmy.
Bundled up. Yeah, balmy. It'll be
Less
nice.
of a snap, more of a bend.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for tuning in to Elf Centered. My name is Gavin.
I'm Beatrice.
I'm Gary.
And we'll talk to you next time. Oh, Willie, please drive safely. This episode of Elf Centered was completely improvised by Jayne Entwistle, Chris Sheets, and Grant Baciocco. Music for this episode by Kevin MacLeod. This episode was edited by Steven Staver. Elf-Centered is a production of Saturday Morning Media and made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly pledge for as little as $1 a month. Patrons get new episodes before they are released, behind-the-scenes information, and exclusive bonus content. If you'd like to support this show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly pledge today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. Elf-Centered is copyright 2019 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Baciocco executive producer, all rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com.
You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.